Okay, so I need help because I'm trying to figure out the best way to handle the situation without be on no PNB GTA type stuff. I'm not trying to give nobody family something to do next week. But I have an 8-year-old. I have an 8-year-old named Mikhail, and my son has autism. He was diagnosed in February 2021 when he was 4 years old. At the age of 6 months, I noticed that my child had developmental delays. So from 6 months to 2 years, if he was still considered to have developmental delays. At 2 years old, I enrolled my son in school. When he was 1, I potty trained him to make sure he can get into that elementary school. It was an infants and toddlers program. The ages range from 2 to 5 years old. He flourished. He did really well in that program. So during that time, his IEP went from developmental delays to autism, ASD, level 2. He was diagnosed with Kennedy-Krieger in Baltimore. So at age 5, he aged out of the infants and toddlers program. And with PGCPS, I found with his IEP, I was able to get him into autism program, I suppose. This was the beginning of him starting to slowly but surely go backwards. He started to elope even more because he stopped leaving the school. Luckily, I was property manager literally across the street from the school. And I was pregnant at the time with my daughter, so I would just leave, hurry up and leave and try to, you know what I'm saying? For all that being said, I would basically, it was like pulling teeth to get him. I just know my baby needed to be in non-public placement. PGCPS doesn't know what to do with children with autism. The autism program is a money thing for them. It's not for the children with autism. They don't provide ABA therapy. They don't provide occupational therapy, and they provide speech therapy maybe once a week, 4 times a month for children that's nonverbal. So fast forward, we moved to another part of PG County, and he started going to another school. This was a cool school because my oldest had went to the school for a long time previously. It was not my neighborhood school, but it was close to home, which is good. And they knew who I was and who my children was based on, my oldest son. So, I'm just giving y'all a quick rundown. So at the school, the teachers, they did really well with him. Everybody did really well with making sure, we tried to get things on track with him. But then it started to be where they started having me pick him up, just like it was at the last school prior. So they are not supposed to do that. I will have to leave school or leave work in the middle of a client sometimes to come pick up my son. And again, they're not supposed to do that. So I'm like, again, he needs to be in a non-public placement. So we went through the whole IEP meetings, constant IEP meetings, summer IEP meetings. And they like, yeah, he does need to be there in a non-public placement. So I'm thinking they're going to put him in a non-public placement, but no, they put him into a school that's just an autism extension program with maybe like extra teachers, I guess, and less students. The behavior, like, this is the worst experience. My son loves school. Mind you, this is not new to him. He's been going to school, getting on a school bus since he was 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? The beginning of the school year, this is the school year, the school that's the third school since he's been in the autism program at PG County. And this is supposed to be the school that they feel like was best for him, etc. He went to the school, we went to orientation. When we got there, he didn't want to go to a new school. But when we were leaving, he didn't want to leave because he loved school. So I'm like, cool, we was excited. First day, first week, he refused to go to school after a while. Refused to get on the school bus. So, and then he also has insomnia. So then we started having problems with that. He has insomnia. He has autism. It's common. We had a couple of IEP meetings since then. It was time when I started to have to pick him up from that school, when this is supposed to be the school that's supposed to help with his behavior and things like that. I'm like, okay, I messaged the teacher on Class Dojo. I never got a response, so I messaged everybody. Principal, assistant principal, all the administrators, anybody in the SPED department, anybody that I need to. Yeah, everybody's got CC'd and BCC'd. You understand me? So I thought, and I even came with the teachers, with the autism coordinator, the special education coordinator. We had a meeting, all that. Thought everything was cool, back on track. So now fast forward to now. My son have not yet to say none of his teachers' names. Like, he doesn't tell me their names. I know their names, but he doesn't say their names. When he doesn't want to go to school, he says his last teacher's name. He says her name, He says her name constantly because he feels safe with her, right? Or he says the teacher's assistant's name. He knows their names, right? And because they have an impact. He knows all his old teachers' names. When he sees them, he knows them. So this past week and a half, my son's back on the point where he doesn't want to go back to school again. He gets on the bus. No, mommy, spooky pants. I Google spooky pants. That's not even a TV show. Okay, noted. Then, after I Google spooky pants, fast forward, get on the bus because he still needs to go to school. Still, he's scared. He said, no, mommy, I'm scared. Okay, noted. Monday comes, right? This past Monday. Monday, he says his teacher's name. His name is Mr. Ambers. I'm going to say that man's name. His name is Mr. Ambers. It's a teacher's assistant, someone who's supposed to be there, a part of helping with the behavior. He says that this man's hurting him. So I messaged the teacher. I'm saying I'm a bit concerned. Mikhail, I didn't understand exactly what he said when he said his name. Mind you, he's never said any teacher's name. So I just said Mr. A because that's the most I can make out of that it still started with an A. So Tuesday comes. He says, no, mommy, I'm scared. Spooky. He said, spooky again. Okay, noted. He said, he scares me. Okay, noted. Wednesday comes. He says, Mr. Ambers did that, mommy. Mr. Ambers hurt me. Then he proceeds to hit himself back and forth across the head. I've had my son do speech therapy myself outside of the school. I've done everything. And my son is being abused at this school. Now he tells me today that he hits him in his face, that he punches him. He did like this. How am I supposed to go about this? They're already doing the investigation. They removed him from the classroom. But now my son is giving me more information. And I'm livid. And then the thing about it, when I messaged her on Monday, y'all, And I told her what my concerns is. I didn't specifically say, oh, Mikhail said Mr. Ambers hit him. I said Mr. Mikhail spoke negatively about Mr. A. I couldn't quite make out his name, but I was a bit alarmed by it. Can you keep an eye out for him? She proceeded to blame my son. Mikhail's the one who hits adults. Mikhail is the one who throws tantrums when he doesn't get his way. He's the one who does this. He's this, he's that. No trying to figure out solutions. No really expressing my concern besides, oh, I can assure you that he's being well taken care of. It seems like he's been abused. No, I know he's been abused. My son doesn't even say her name. It's March. Now all of a sudden he's saying Mr. Ambers hit me. Mr. Ambers did that. Mr. Ambers hit me. What? Like what? Like what? Y'all, like I'm like, I do this by myself, y'all. Like I do this by myself, y'all. Like I got 4 kids, y'all. He's my second born, y'all. I do this shit by myself. I'm all my kids got, and they all I got. So for me to fight to get him in a non-public placement, and then they put him into this school, and then I've been going through hell since he's been going through hell since they started the school year. Yeah, I'm suing y'all ass. I'm suing the board, PGCPS, whoever I need to do, the school, whoever I need to, and then I'm pressing charges on that person, Mr. Ambers. Whoever the person, I'm sure that's his name at this point because he said it loud and clear. And when I asked him, he said loud and clear. I said, Mr. Amers won't hurt you no more. I said, Mr. Amers hurt you? He said, yes. He did that. He did that and did it again. The same thing he did 2 days ago. The same thing he did Wednesday. When he thought that my son speaks very well. He doesn't like speaking to people he don't feel comfortable or safe around. He speaks very well. And he came home and told, and now I got you. And I got y'all. Y'all got the right one. Big mama, biggest mama, you hear me? Stop playing with my son. Like what? Y'all just play with the wrong kid. Y'all just play with the wrong kid. They just play with the wrong kid. Stop playing with my top. Yeah, go ahead and do this investigation and hurry up and do it. But at the end of the day, yeah, make sure it's done the correct way. Because, yeah, y'all still gonna get sued. That's just it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It took all school. This is the first time I even spoke to the principal. When I've been requesting to speak and saying that I haven't spoken to the principal since the beginning of the school year. Last time I spoke to her was orientation in August. Then she gonna call me now because I got concerns and I said something about suing people and all of, yeah, I'm calling the board, all that, whoever I need to call, because what in the world?